Okay, let's start with this. How many of you know a family that has a loved one in the military? Well, out of all those families, most of them struggle on a day-to-day basis with many different issues. From all the information I've learned from Richard Burr's website and personally knowing a lot of military families, I want to educate you on how we can help support those military families. I'm going to tell you why the military families struggle, how it affects the families, and what society can do to help them. And we're going to start with why families are struggling. There are many benefits and struggles that they have to go through, but let's start out with why families are essential for servicemen. When servicemen are away and they have to worry about their families, they're not going to do well, they're not going to perform well. So knowing that their family is doing well in all aspects will help them and make them run way better. And the issues that come along with having a loved one in the military, it's sometimes awful. You get stressed, there's people who get depressed, you have to deal with financial issues, which all affect the military people and of course the family. They're the ones having to deal with it. Well, Richard Burr, the senator of North Carolina, thinks that every family who has a loved one in the military deserves the support of America. He designed, along with Barbara Boxer, they designed the Military Family Caucus. It was made in 2010, and here's a quote from that site. The caucus aims to substantively address issues including child care, education, employment, health care, and the effects of multiple deployments on the mental health and well-being of spouses, caregivers, and children. That's according to Schreiner of the Political website. The Family Caucus is just made to support all the families that deserve to be, they just deserve it. And I'm going to tell you how all this is affecting the families. But here's a few reasons why they are struggling in specific. There's economic and job security. When military spouses, they have to move along with their spouse who is in the military, so they have to leave their job and go to a new job and everything like that. So Richard Burr wants to support it by helping them to keep their job and just travel with it so it doesn't ruin their career path. Same along with education and the healthcare. Education is a big, important thing, and when it just puts a lot of stress on the military people knowing that they're not making enough money for their children or their spouse to go to college. So Richard Burr and a couple other people have agreed on or voted for this to happen, that you can transfer your education, a military person can transfer their education down to their spouse or children. So the military pays for your college, but if you don't want to go to college, you can just transfer it to your kid who needs to go to college, which is a great idea, and it helps out a ton with family and issues. How it affects the family and servicemen. As I was saying before, the stress of knowing that your family may be struggling because you're in the military can just be devastating to the servicemen and could ruin how they perform. So knowing that people are in good care and they aren't struggling helps the servicemen. But also the effects of all these issues is that sometimes it puts a burden on the family. You don't know what you deserve if you have a military person in your family. You are always traveling for them. You always have to do this and this and this, which is fine, which is perfect, because that's great that you're doing that, but sometimes it holds you back. You don't get to do all the things you want to because of that. What we can do to help is a lot. As a society, we can help these families and help them through their journey. We can honor the fallen in many different ways. There's projects that you can send stuffed toys to children of the people or of their parents who are in the military, and even we can send parents the same stuffed animal to know that you both, the child and the parent, has the same stuffed animal. And also there's many different things you can do. There's a thing to make it personal. There's a website that you can go to and you can help pay a bill for a military family or help get them diapers or anything like that. You can also help them through the community. If you know someone in your community who is struggling, maybe help them mow their lawn or babysit the kids for the day while they go out in the afternoon. There's many different things. My opinion is that I think everyone in the military should get help, if anything. I know a family from my community who, his name is Rick Singer. He was deployed to Afghanistan, and while he was deployed, his daughter had a seizure and had to get brain surgery, and his wife had got breast cancer, and all this, he knew they were struggling because of that. So I think, and everyone in the community just helped out, and it made him feel so much better. So by knowing why families struggle, how it affects them, and what society can do to help, can change this issue forever. This is a very important issue, and with this knowledge, I hope you'd want to help the families of the ones who help us.